Leave him alone. Right. Are you being a beast? Out. I'm currently dealing with two very hungry fur babies. This looks really crazy, but it's just CC cream, so it's gonna like fade out really nicely. So it's about time that we do a proper full house tour. I did a bit of an empty house tour when we first moved in a month ago. I don't know how it's been a month. Somebody tell me how it's been a month. And it wasn't the best. I was kind of stressed with how dirty it was and just, yeah, it was a lot. I was also on my period. Woody, you guys are a nightmare. You go out. Take two. Things are kind of sorted now. I feel like I can probably give you the tour now that the house is lived in. Well, hello. I'm not gonna lie, it's still not perfect, but you will see that. And also, you guys, I'm gonna dye my hair. We are gonna dye my hair in this vlog. I'm so excited. I'll tell you more about it in a minute, but for now I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of makeup on to make myself look a little bit more alive, and then fill my tummy because I am getting hungry. What is hungry? It's just how I feel though. Makeup done, lunch is done. That is the timer if you can hear it. And the babies are ready for their lunch, so let's go. I'm just always so obsessed with this light that comes through the front door. For lunch I have some leftover pasta from last night. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the healthiest. So in with the pasta we have jackfruit, a ton of sweet corn, some mayo and salad cream and cheese on top. Like I said, it's really not the most nutritious meal. I did have this for dinner last night with broccoli on the side, but it seems like a really weird angle. It's kind of difficult to get everything in. Kind of couldn't be bothered to do broccoli today, and later I'm just gonna have like a ton of salad or a ton of veg, so it's all right. My tummy is so happy for this. I haven't made this in probably like a year or something. Mukbang time, I guess. I don't know how much of the eating I'm gonna include because I hate watching myself eat. Like back on camera, it's so weird. It's just so weird, I don't know why. It's kind of funny that I'm eating this because I've been reading a lot about hormones and your diet and how your diet affects your hormones, and from what I've learned, I wouldn't keep making this meal. I would have to adapt it. Have to because I'd want to. So basically, I saw a TikTok where somebody was raving about this book that recommended different ingredients and foods for different times of your menstrual cycle. A couple months ago I started learning about the infradian rhythm and adapting your workouts and your training around that, which I'm not training loads at the moment, but it's something that is important to me because we kind of all just grew up in a society where we all live by a 24-hour clock. Although that suits men and women, women also have a monthly clock as well. I can't say like 28-day because yours might be 30 days or 32 days. In the way that your body changes in a 24-hour period and then kind of like resets with your tired levels, your hunger levels, all these things, and it kind of repeats. You also have those different adaptations over the month for women who go through a menstrual cycle. I think that's the best way to describe it. I'm not amazing at this. I'm just passing on knowledge in a chilled way, okay? And then I came across this girl on TikTok raving about the book, talking about that and diet and how it affects your hormones and all these crazy things, and I immediately was like, I need to buy this book, which is weird because I'm not a reader. Hold on, my food is going cold. But it was called Woman Code, and I actually bought a set of 3, like 2 other books, because it was like buy 2 get 1 free, and I was like, why wouldn't I do that? I'm gonna put the books on the screen in case you want, and I'll also, if I can get it, put the Amazon link in the description because it was from Amazon. So yeah, I've been reading this book. I've only picked it up about 5 or 6 times, I would say, maybe a tiny bit more. And I'm a very slow reader. Given that I've only picked this book up about 5-ish times, maybe a couple more, this is how much I've read I've only got this much left. I cannot believe that. This is just filled with nasties that probably will mess up my hormones. The pasta, sweet corn and jackfruit is fine, but yeah, there's just quite a lot of junk in this meal, so definitely one that I want to adapt and try and make a healthier version of. I feel pretty tired now after that lunch. I mean, I kind of knew it would because of the nature of the ingredients. But by the way, I kind of completely forgot to mention it. The book that I was talking about, the main reason for it is it was actually written to help women with hormonal imbalances that may even not know that they've got hormonal imbalances. And it's like talking about how we can have really bad period pain and acne and all these things, and we kind of just write them off as like things you deal with for being a woman, or things that just naturally come with your period and your hormones. And it's like, well, no, actually a lot of these things are linked to hormone imbalance. One of the main things for me is my skin, but also my skin has gotten quite a bit better, but also I feel tired like every day, all day. I don't really remember or think I know what it feels like to feel really energized. I feel like I have days or times where I'm okay, but like I never feel energized, and I'm almost always tired. So I think that that is quite possibly a hormonal imbalance thing, and from what I've read, looks like it could be. So that's the main reason why I got this book. But if you have endometriosis or PCOS, polycystic ovaries, any kind of things like that, then this book could be really, really helpful for you. So I do recommend looking at it. But yeah, this all came from me saying how tired I feel now after that lunch. Anyway, it's house tour time. So let me show you around properly now that everything is kind of tidy and where it's supposed to be. Before we start, I have to show you these two. I'm hoping that they stay here. So starting at the front door, I'm not going to go outside because I kind of want to like keep things kind of private. So we're just going to show you the entryway. It is very small and snug. I do like the flooring in here. I don't really know if I pointed that out before, but it's like a dark grey and it just always looks quite clean. I really, really like it. We've got a shoe rack here and some coat racks. So these were already here when we moved in, and I was really worried about this area because in the old house we had a porch. At least it was a dedicated zone for shoes and coats, but these hooks are actually super helpful. And then I repurposed this shelf. It was in the kitchen in the last house, but we don't need it in the kitchen here. And it actually works perfectly. If anything, it's better than the porch in the last house. And then I've also put a clock here because I just think it's nice to see the time when you're heading in and out of the door. I don't know, I think it's a good area for it. And then as you come in, this is what you see. So if we go straight into the kitchen, we have my little beautiful wicker wooden stand. I've just realised the tag is still on it. This is usually filled with bananas, potatoes, pears, mangoes, avocados. That all goes here, which is amazing. Really, really good storage. It was kind of expensive, but I love it. And then we've got this cupboard, which yes, it's a bit of a mess. I'm not going to show you it in there. But that is amazing storage. So grateful for that. And then if we face this way, this is what you see. So we have got this rickety old table here, which is kind of like a little breakfast bar. All of this stuff here is things that need to be sorted out. These are things for the charity shop. Like, that's my little nook, so let's ignore it. It's kind of annoying that it's on show, but at least it reminds me. This is the hair dye for later. I've got a little photo frame here. And then this is Woody's nook. So he has his food here. It has to be away from Willow because he leaves crumbs and Willow would eat them, but you know, it's his food. He also has a little bed here so he can sit and watch the birds. I actually really need to do the grass. Let's ignore that. But we've got this beautiful rosemary bush, which I'm going to collect some from it soon and make my own rosemary oil for my hair and skin. And then we've also got two little outhouses there with our bikes in. So I love this garden, it's just perfect. We also have a little path down the side of the house so we can have access from the front and back without going through the house, which I love. And then onto the actual kitchen part of the kitchen. We've got the fridge here, the bin here, and some storage there. Got some little jugs, which I like to put some lemon water and things in. Sometimes I don't do it that frequently, to be honest, but it's just a cute little touch. Some more veggies that we don't want to put in the fridge. Then we've got two of these open cabinets, which I actually love. I love having things in jars. It just looks so much nicer, so much easier to use. And then obviously plates and bowls are really like, you use them a lot. It's what you need to eat on, so it's nice to have them out there. And then also cups and mugs, so that is in the other one, but they don't look as pretty as this one. So this one's kind of like central to the room. We then have this massive oven. So we've got 5 hob spaces on top, and like that is a big gap in between each of them. This is also massive. Then moving along, we have my chopping board from Dunelm, which just sits on the side. I love this. Little spice rack here. Spices are just so good for you, so healthy. So I like that they're on show, ready to grab and use frequently. Then we have my little tea and coffee station. I don't know why this is turned around. I got these faux flowers from Amazon. We've got a bit of eucalyptus and baby's breath. And these little pots I got from a market. They're all secondhand, including this salt and pepper shaker. Also these little cork stoppers. The tops of these looked really bad. They were really dusty and almost a bit damp looking, so Nate and I just took a knife to it and chopped the top off where it looked like it needed to come off, and I think they look fine. Like, you wouldn't really know unless I told you, so I'm really happy with those. I don't like this marble, I guess it's a chopping board, but it's kind of nice to have them sat on something, so I'm just not overthinking it right now. We then have the kettle, obviously needs to be right by it, and some extra chopping boards. This was a gift from our family a few years ago, and that was just an absolutely amazing memory and holiday. It was when we went to Barcelona for my 21st birthday. Also have a jar of dates. This is really random, but we used to have biscuits in here, and like I said, trying to be healthier and choose better options, and they're amazing when you have a sweet craving. So, and then lastly we have the washing station. So recipe books, some more spices and oils, couple little plants on the windowsill. I put some of the faux eucalyptus up here. I feel like that's what you do when you want to like dry a plant. You usually put it upside down like that. I just think it looks cute. And yeah, we've also got like a couple more faux plants in here. I just love greenery. And also some of these prints that Nate got me, I think last year for my birthday. Also this lampshade, I actually want to replace it with the one in our bedroom. Don't really like that one in here anymore. So then moving on to the living room, which look at the light in here, guys. Can we just compare? To be fair, it looks brighter on camera. So yeah, if we come in, I'll start with over there because you can just see it nicely. We've got the room kind of split into two. So this half is the dining area. I have pushed the table and chairs into the corner so that I can have this little photo spot. And occasionally I'll like move the mirror here and then use this as a backdrop for photos. It's just nice to have a bit of open space and it not be all closed off. And then on there we have some more of the faux flowers. So we've got the baby's breath and peonies. I love them, again from Amazon. These were Dunelm. I just love how it looks. Gives it a bit of texture. Also, if my mum sees it, she's gonna hate me, but this is her graduation photo because she's just done her 2nd degree, which is insane. I'm so proud of her. And then another photo, this is one of Nate when he was little, and it's just the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. We also have a couple poofs in here. So you've got this one over there and then this one here. They are both secondhand thrifted. This one was £3, that one was £2. Then we've got the cat tree, the sofa with the babies. It's a pull-out sofa. That could be a sofa bed, which is amazing. And then we have the fireplace and TV. Oh my god, I can't not point out this though. If you've watched my Instagram stories, you would recognise this absolute goddess. This is a selenite crystal lamp, and yes, it is real, and yes, it is a lamp. I'm just obsessed. And then next to that we have some more of these stoneware and eucalyptus. These ones are real. I have like a mixture of fake and real so that I can have a lot of green but not too much responsibility. Also, another thing I didn't point out in the last video is the ceiling rose, I think these are called, that we have in here, and I just love it, especially with the fireplace. It just makes the room feel so much nicer. So if we come round, we've got my beautiful basket from HomeSense. I use this for laundry, but when I'm not doing laundry, it just holds some blankets, and genuinely sometimes Willow will get in there. Then if we come into here, this is my studio. I've got my massive jute rug, also these floorboards. They're just a joke. Oops. So yeah, we've got my massive jute rug. We have my desk. I've tried to like fix all those wires, but it's not the end of the world. With my Mac and also my art and makeup stuff kind of hidden by this plant. I think this room is pretty much exactly how it looked in the last video because I've not really changed anything. My rail and tapestry. Also, yes, this mirror is really smashed and broken. Woody did it, not me. He's got the bad luck. But this is usually in the bathroom and I bring it in here to do my makeup. But yeah, I really need to get a new one. Then we have my massive wardrobe, the cupboard and ottoman with my little Spidey man. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. Like I said, you've already seen this room, so moving on. Then into the bathroom, we've got another lock on the door so that Willow can't push into here, but Woody can get into his tray, because I swear to God, if she can, she will get in and eat his litter and his deposits. So yeah, we had to get that. And then this is the bathroom. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this organizer. We had a nail already in the wall, and it does come with suckers, but I don't think they're strong enough. I think it did need that nail, so thankfully that all holds nicely. We usually put the mirror here, but I kind of want to get a mirror that just sticks onto the wall. It'd just be so much easier. Bathroom organizer shelving thing, which is just a nice place for toilet rolls and then used toilet rolls. Then of course Woody's tray. And this is the shower screen that we chose, / I chose, because in the last vlog we didn't have anything. I don't think I showed you this anyway. Yeah, I can't cope with ones that you can't see through, so this is the one we got and I really like it. So it's also made from a eco-friendly plastic, I think, which is nice. Also, you may notice this in the hallway. Kind of annoying, but I just don't know what to do with it. So this is the second desk that I had. We tried to look in the attic. We've put some cardboard boxes in there, but I don't really want to put anything else in there, so it's kind of just waiting there for me to figure out whether to send it to the skip or what. Nate's office, which looks exactly the same, and I don't know, I just feel like it's his private room. I don't really want to show you. And then this is our room. Got a little dream catcher there, mirror, Woody's radiator bed, and Willow's bed. Also, yes, these are the blinds that fell down and we still don't have them up. I feel like I should probably explain the whole sleeping on the floor thing again in case you guys are curious, because I know I don't really talk about it, and also if I have, it's only ever been once a long time ago in a random vlog. Nate did some research about how sleeping on beds is actually really bad for your posture, even like memory foam and harder ones and soft ones and all this stuff. No matter what mattress you're on, your spine is dipping in the middle. It just will. It's the way gravity works. Your head and spine all the way through to your toes isn't like naturally aligned and sitting how it should to keep your posture and your body like healthy and I want to say like youthful, but you know what I'm trying to say. It was just basically showing how incredibly beneficial it is to lie on a hard surface as you sleep. I think you spend like 1/3 of your life sleeping, so you're really taking care of your body or not taking care of your body depending on how you're sleeping. Also, moving house or having to move beds if you're like staying away and you're sleeping in someone else's bed or a hotel bed, you never have that struggle of it not feeling the same or the faff of moving a mattress and a massive heavy bed. Your bed is always the same, it's just the floor. So we have a couple things like laying underneath us, just an extra duvet and some blankets, nothing much, and it's so comfy. I can't even tell you. The first week was weird, maybe even 2 weeks, but I love it now. I would never go back. And one night when I had to sleep in a bed, I had a bad back for weeks because it just messed with my spine. It just wasn't like normal what I was used to. But we are going to get eventually a very thin bed just to like act as the padding that we do have and elevate us off the floor a little bit, but it's still going to be really hard as if we're lying on the floor, just to make it a bit nicer and less kind of like DIY. So yeah, that's the bed situation. Look at this girl. You're a sun baby. You're a sun baby. I just realised that this is drunk and falling over. So we are about to dye my hair. There's a kind of a high chance that I am not going to like it and regret it, but it's kind of the theme of my life that I do this to my hair. And I just figured it's just hair dye, like I can dye it back if it's really a problem. I'm going to go copper / auburn. No, I don't know what the word is. Gingery red brownie goodness, somewhere in between there. My granddad was actually very red-headed and my hair is like a warm brown. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, red hair is just my favourite, and I've been wanting to go red / ginger / dark ginger / whatever for at least 6 to 12 months maybe. It's been a long time, and it's definitely a trend at the moment, which I think is what has encouraged me to just go for it. I feel like I'm sounding really like, oh yeah, I liked it before it was a trend, but seriously I did. I felt like I couldn't do it before without bleaching my hair, but I've seen quite a few people with similar hair colour to me dye it copper and it just looks beautiful, so I figured I would try it. We are going to have a look. I've not actually had a look at this box yet. Of course I got it from Amazon, like half of my life is from Amazon. Ta-da! Oh my god, this looks really freaky. It's called Arizona Copper by Nature Tint. And yeah, of course this is vegan and has more natural ingredients, hence it's called Nature Tint. I had really good reviews, and I'm going to try and do a little reel or YouTube short of this as well, just to like make it fun. But we'll see what I manage to do. Before I go, you need a close-up of the back. And also the, like, what it should look like, depending on your hair colour. And look at all those ingredients. And then at the bottom there, like, it shows that even black and really dark hair will go quite red. So, oh my god, you guys. I was opening it, right, and we've got the developer, the colour that you mix together, the mask, and then the instructions. And I was like, oh my god, where are the gloves? Because I'm going to stain my hands bright red and I'm going to look like an plumber. And then I saw on here, it says, find the gloves attached to this instruction leaflet. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, where are the gloves? And then if you turn it at an angle, they're like stuck to the leaflet. Can you see that? That is so weird. How do I get them off? Like, look, I'm going to try and show you me peeling them off. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. These are the gloves. That is some master disguise. That is insane. We have the dye on. I don't know if you can see it. It's so red. Oh my god, I mean, obviously. I obviously still need to dry it, but oh my god, I'm really liking it. I'm so curious how, like, saturated it's gonna be. I don't want it to be too bold, but I don't want it to be too dark, so we'll see. Hopefully it's like the perfect in between. Ta-da! We did it! She is complete. I've straightened my hair as well because I feel like then you can actually appreciate it. It obviously is really similar to before, but that's what I like the most about it. It's not jarring, like I don't look like a different person. I would say it's a bit darker than I would choose, but maybe that's just good. It's a good transition. I'm not sure if it's actually a bit patchy, probably because of my application skills, but because my hair colour wasn't too dissimilar, it probably like blends in nicely. It's hard to tell really. Also look at like my wispy baby hairs, they've gone really light, which I think is nice because like there's like a multitude of colours in there, which, yeah, I really like it. As you saw, I am just about to start playing Spiritfarer. It's an amazing game. I've not played loads of it, but have a look if you're into the Switch. But I just remembered that I put together this board on Pinterest for inspiration. I might do a little screenshot instead on the side because the colours are just messing up, but I feel like I got it pretty spot on, and I'm really excited to see a nice daylight tomorrow because this daylight now is just really weird. Well, that was interesting. So I completely forgot to mention the fact that Nate is away for work tonight, and he was last night as well. I'm definitely not great on my own. I quite often vlog when he's away because I feel like it makes me feel less alone because I've got someone to talk to. But yeah, mine definitely plays a million tricks on me when I'm alone, especially when it's dark. And my dinner was ready at like 7:30ish, so obviously it's pitch black, and I was walking into the living room to watch some Married at First Sight with my dinner because I'm watching it at the moment, loving it, very addictive. And then I hear banging on my front door, like not just like a gentle knock, like quite a couple, not heavy, but you know, someone saying I'm here. And I'm like, I know no one that would just turn up unannounced, especially in the dark. So I literally went silent. I ran and turned the lamp off that's behind the TV to like make it look like I'm not in here, even though that bright lamp is on. And I just freeze and I don't say hello, and I immediately tell myself, no, I'm not gonna open that door because I'm on my own, it's pitch black, like no. And then maybe like 20 seconds later, I hear a female voice going, Marnie! And I'm like, right, okay, it's someone who knows me. Kind of recognise that voice. And then I realise as I'm opening it, it's Nate's mum. And yeah, she was just on her way home from work. She knew I was alone, so she thought she'd pop by. So yeah, I just had my dinner, sat and chatted to her for half an hour. I'm kind of torn between whether I want to continue watching this episode, I literally hadn't even started it, or carry on playing Spiritfarer because I'm really enjoying that. But also recently I've been playing Sims a lot because I finally delved into custom content. I've known that it's a thing for years, but I've always been a bit freaked out because it's content made by players, and I'm just like, what kind of bugs are people going to be putting in the content? But I figured I'd just go with content that people recommend, and it's like well-known creators. And so far, I'm obsessed. I actually really want to download more. This shot is very orange, and it's freaking me out because of my now orange hair as well. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I mean, very simply, just been a house tour and dyeing my hair. I hope that wherever you are watching this, you are well and you are enjoying, I would say, the autumn winter, but you might not be in the UK or in a country that has that. Do some countries not have that? No, like I know that all countries are gonna have differences in weather, but like do all countries like call it those seasons and experience them like that? That's probably a really stupid question. I hope that you're well, and thank you for watching the video and for liking and subscribing if you do. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Redhead. Fun fact, my first ever headmaster was called Mr. Redhead. Goodbye.